Welcome back to Mindset Vincente. Before we dive into the life of one of the most relentless warriors to ever step onto a football pitch, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and leave a like on this video. It helps me continue to bring you stories of elite performance and unbreakable mentalities. Today, we are talking about a boy from the tough streets of Croxteth who didn't just play the game, he attacked it. This is the story of Wayne Rooney. It's a story of raw talent meeting an even rawer hunger. It's about a man who bore the weight of a nation on his shoulders from the age of 16 and never buckled. If you want to understand what it means to have a winning mindset, you need to understand the white Pele. To understand Wayne Rooney, you have to understand where he came from. Imagine the suburbs of Liverpool in the early 90s. It wasn't a place of privilege. It was a place where you had to be tough to survive. Wayne wasn't a product of a polished academy system. He was a product of the cages, the concrete pitches where fouls weren't called, and you had to fight for every inch of space. By the age of 9, he was already a local legend. When he joined the Everton youth ranks, he was scoring goals at a rate that seemed statistically impossible. But it wasn't just the goals. It was the aggression. Most kids his age played with joy. Wayne played with a chip on his shoulder. He played like he had something to prove to the world. That is the first lesson of the Mindset Vincente. Your background isn't a disadvantage. It's your fuel. October 19th, 2002. 5 days before his 17th birthday. Everton are playing Arsenal, the Invincibles-era Arsenal. They hadn't lost in 30 games. The commentator, Clive Tildesley, utters those famous words as a stocky teenager picks up the ball 30 yards out. Remember the name, Wayne Rooney. That goal didn't just break a streak. It announced a shift in the universe. Suddenly, Rooney wasn't just a prospect. He was a phenomenon. At 17, he was already physically stronger than most 30-year-old defenders. He had the touch of a poet and the power of a heavyweight boxer. The summer of 2004 was supposed to be his coronation. At the European Championships, Rooney played with a freedom we rarely see. He was a force of nature, terrifying the best defenders in Europe. But then came the injury against Portugal, and the realization that Everton could no longer hold a star of this magnitude. Sir Alex Ferguson knew he had to act. Manchester United paid nearly £30 million for a teenager, a record at the time. Think about that pressure. Joining the biggest club in the world, under the most demanding manager in history, while being the most expensive teenager ever. How did he respond? He scored a hat trick on his debut against Fenerbahce in the Champions League. The elite mindset thrives under pressure. It doesn't just endure it. This is a vital part of the Rooney story for anyone watching this channel. Throughout the mid-2000s, Rooney was the golden boy. But then, a young Cristiano Ronaldo arrived and evolved into a goal-scoring machine. Most superstars would have complained about losing the spotlight. Rooney did the opposite. He sacrificed his personal statistics for the good of the team. He played on the left, he played in midfield, he chased back 70 yards to make a tackle. He understood that winning is the only metric that matters. He won 5 Premier League titles and a Champions League because he was willing to be the engine room, not just the hood ornament. He became Manchester United's all-time leading scorer and England's all-time leading scorer not by being selfish, but by being the most hard-working player on the pitch. A winning mindset isn't about being perfect. Rooney had his struggles, red cards in World Cups, public fallouts with managers, and the intense scrutiny of the British tabloids. There were moments when the world thought he was finished, as early as his late 20s. But Rooney always came back. He adapted his game. When his explosive pace faded, he used his vision. He dropped deeper. He became a captain and a mentor. He showed us that longevity is about the ability to reinvent yourself. When Wayne Rooney retired, he left as a legend of the game. But his legacy isn't just the trophies or the overhead kick against Manchester City. It's the image of a man with blood on his socks and fire in his eyes. He taught us that talent is a starting point, but work rate is the multiplier. He showed us that you can be a superstar and still be the hardest worker in the room. Wayne Rooney's story is a testament to what happens when you refuse to be intimidated by anyone or anything. He stayed true to his roots while conquering the world. If you want to adopt that Mindset Vincente, you have to be willing to do the dirty work. You have to be willing to sacrifice your ego for the ultimate goal. Before you go, if this story inspired you, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. It helps me grow this community of winners. Let me know in the comments, which Rooney moment was your favorite? The goal against Arsenal, the bicycle kick, or his lung-bursting run for DC United? Stay hungry, stay focused, and I will see you in the next one.